Hello, everybody. It is Tammy coming to you live from my office for Friday morning wake and bake mornings. It does say come and come watch and win today, because I do have some exciting stuff going on today. But as you jump on here, do me a little favor and say hello and tell me where you are watching from today, because I'm nosy and I want to know where you're watching from today. And I'm very excited. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. We have got some exciting things to talk about today. We also have our first advertiser. So I have someone who asked me to is giving me some stuff to give away today. So make sure as you jump on here, you tag a friend, because you definitely want to make sure we're on here this morning, and chances to win some tickets to something it's going to be super fun. Lots of people have been contacting me with Hometown Hippie for April, because as everybody knows, 420 is kind of the stoner holiday, needless to say. And I did a whole series on this, as far as why 420 is even like 420, and why how it came up. And I'll go over that in just a second. But I have been asked by several different I have been invited by several different event organizers to be a part of their festivals this April. And this one actually reached out today and offered some free tickets to my viewers and to you all for being here with Hometown Hippie, and offered a vendor spot and some education spots, and is offering some discounts on some VIP experiences for the Hometown Hippie Grateful Fed community. So I want to make sure he gets the most bang for his buck when I start talking about that event. So we're going to get some people on here this morning. I am going to tag a few folks. And again, if you can say hello as you jump on here, that would be amazing. I have been up longer than I wanted to today. And let me tell y'all, I have been saying I was carless. Well, guess what? I got my car back this morning. I got up super early, got my vehicle back from the shop. It passed inspection, which I was super excited about. I was like, won't he do it, right? Won't he do it? Because I was expecting like $1,500 to get the car back. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, I manifested some like car repairs. But so many of y'all picked up over the last couple of days. So tell me, if you're watching and you've gotten your Munchie of the Month box, what do you think? Trail Mix, the Love Spell cookies. Now, the Love Spell cookies, I have been getting private messages about. I have been getting loads and loads and loads of feedback on those, and those are a hit. So if you are watching today and you have tried the Love Spell cookies, which are the little tie-dye cookies in your boxes, tell me in the comments, what do you think? Do y'all love those? I might give a pack of those away today as well. So we might give a pack of these VIP tickets to this event, as well as some free cookies. I'm thinking it's Friday, why not? And if anybody noticed what I'm doing in my VIP today, I was like, it's going to be a virtual sesh. So let's drop some good vibes this morning. I am going to tag a few people. And for some reason, my internet they are awesome. Yes, I was very proud of that recipe. It really did turn out like I wanted it to. I'm just tagging a few folks in here to see if I can get them up and running this morning. People like to get in here and see what's happening. So I'm going to tag a few people. Good morning, everybody. Don't forget, if I can't see your name, sometimes it just says Facebook user. Sorry, that was mine. I was tagging some people, trying to make sure that everybody sees what's happening this morning. I know that people have been saying they have really liked I'm trying to get that out. Sorry. have liked the rise and grind. So I was like, we'll keep it going. Let's see here. Trying to get my people in here. Sorry, y'all. Some mornings you bake more than you wake, right? Some mornings you have baked more than you have waked, and today might be one of those mornings for me because I did get up early, ran around, got the car picked up, um, and came on back home. Decided to hop in the shower, got some laundry going. I've got to do some cookies today because I have orders for cookies today, and the butter has to get soft so that it is perfect. So I had to set butter out this morning after I got up to get it soft. And I was spending the morning, right, spending the morning kind of alone in the car, driving around here in the shower, things like that. And I was like, today's wake and bake, right? Today is wake and bake, and I like to have a message for wake and bake and something to talk about. And so in the shower this morning, I kind of did this like, right? And that's what Friday is about. Friday is about just taking that deep breath in and exhaling it all out, right? It's been a long week. It's all about the Friday feel good, right? The feel good Friday, the fall into Friday feeling. And here's what I'm going to tell you about that. I struggle, right? I struggle with the whole TGIF, and I struggle with the whole thank goodness it's Friday and working for the weekend, right? I struggle with that. And let me explain why I struggle with that. It's not about giving in to the feeling of Friday. It's not about like chilling out on the weekend. It's about how sad it is. How sad it is that we wish away our life for the illusion of 2 days of vacation. It's about how we have been conditioned and how we have been programmed, right, to wish away our life. Like we go through the week wishing away all of those days to get to Friday, to have those 2 days. We're wishing away 7 days in a week. We're wishing away 5 of those 7 days just to get to time off. And when I talk about the freedom that being an entrepreneur provides me, when I talk about the things that why I do what I do, this Friday feeling is one of the reasons that I do what I do, right? Can anybody in here tell me, like, what do you say that? Have you said that? Do you wish for? I'd love to talk to y'all about this. Tell me what your thoughts are on it, right? Do you wish away your entire week waiting for the weekend, right? Do you wish away your week for your Friday feeling, right? For your Friday feeling. Now, what I'm going to encourage everyone to do, right, is to think about having that Friday feeling every day, right? Having that Friday feeling, living in that Friday feeling, right? Being able to meditate in that Friday feeling, that feeling of, I've done my duty, right? I've done my chores. And this goes back to what we talked about on Wednesday, right? Like being able to enjoy the fun once we have done like we talked about the chores for the weekend, like Saturday mornings, like I gave the kids, like they would draw out of the hat and pick their chores for the day. And once their duty was done, they could then go off and have whatever fun that they want to have. And, I talk about that and it teaches them responsibility and things like that. But how nice would it be? How wonderful would it be, right? If we could have every day as that Friday feeling, right? If we were not bound by the constraints of the clock or the calendar, because time is an illusion, right? Time is an illusion. And, which is interesting enough today because I scheduled out my 420 stoner questions. And it's funny that this came up today, considering what the question is at 4:20 today. So make sure you tune in at 4:20 today to be able to figure out how this ties in. You'll understand it if you watch this morning and you then take care of watching the or look out for the 420 stoner question of the day. It's kind of about time. But one of the things that I wanted to do is I didn't want to wish away so much of my life, right? I didn't want to wish away 5 of my days to get to that weekend day. I wanted to live my life in such a way to where I always had that feel good Friday feeling every day. And can I say that 100% I have that? I cannot. Like, I could not tell you with a straight face and with all sincerity and authenticity and to be truthful. Do I feel on Tuesday of the week before Valentine's Day when I've got like 60 things to do? Do I feel that Friday feel good feeling? Do I feel like vibing in session? I do not. I feel like getting my elbows up and getting it done, right? But I didn't wish away the day. Like, even if I'm working for myself and my goal, right, is to have that Friday feeling all of the time, even when I'm busy, right, even when I'm busy, it feels different than being busy for somebody else. It feels different busy than being told that you need to be productive or be busy. It feels different whenever you're doing something that you love. And that's what today's message apparently is about. It is about finding your Friday feeling in this world and understanding that the Friday feeling is not always about not being busy or not being productive. It is about the peace you feel with it, right? So I think that a lot of times we talk about the Friday feeling. Like, it's today, like the whole sesh today or the whole vibe today in the Hometown Hippie group is about like that Friday feeling. Like, this morning's post was, let's have a virtual vibe session today. Because I wanted everybody to kind of just get in that mindset and that good vibe feeling. And that's why I was like, my vibe was exactly that little hippie man that is dancing around today, just not really caring and dancing to the beat of his own drum. And that's what my gift was about. And it's interesting because my song today that I picked for my like vibe, how I felt today, and it's interesting. It was Janis Joplin, Me and Bobby McGee. And that song played earlier in the week because, I listen to my music while I'm cooking and doing all the things. And this Valentine's Day is brought to you by, these Valentine's Day treats are brought to you by love songs and hippie vibes. I'm letting you know now because it was a lot of Janis Joplin and there was some Bob Seger, and there was some Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and there was some Arlo Guthrie, and there was just a ton. There was some Bob Dylan. I put it on my old school, like 60s and 70s story songwriters. There was a lot of Stevie Nicks as well, a lot of Fleetwood Mac. And there were some good songs because Gypsy played, and also thunder only happens when it's raining. I love that song. Players only love you when you're playing. There's a lot of Fleetwood Mac, and I could listen to Fleetwood Mac on repeat and it wouldn't bother me. But that's what went into these vibes, and Bobby McGee came on. And when I thought about it, I've been talking a lot this week about the word freedom, right? Freedom and what that really means for people, right? And my idea of freedom is not going to be the same as your definition of freedom. Just kind of like the word success, right? Well, how you define success, how you define happiness, and really any of those big, like, monumental or those big words that have like big thoughts around them and big ideas around them. All of those types of things are so individual to each person, right? Are so personal to each individual. They are such a personal definition that I have trouble defining it. I can only define it in terms of my perspective for me, right? And when I talk about financial freedom and free time or freedom, that looks different to me. Somebody else is like, how are you free? You're tied to your house cooking things. But that's freedom to me. Freedom to me looks different than freedom to you, right? Freedom to person C looks different than freedom to person D. Just like success, just like happiness, just like love. Love looks different. Pleasure looks different. think about just taste buds and how unique your taste buds are, right? And we talk about edibles, and for me, I always say the end user, and I can talk to one person, and they are like, holy crap, I the lemon notes and the butter, and somebody else will say something completely different about something because it's unique to their taste buds, right? It's unique to you. It's your perception of it. It is your way that you take in the world. And that's when I talk about we don't yuck anybody's yum in this community, right? We don't yuck anybody's yum in this community because here's the thing, right? It's everyone's own perspective. And in their world, their yum, even though it might be yuck to you, might be the most beautiful thing in the world. And we do nothing to yuck anybody's yum. Good morning, Heather. We are giving away some stuff today. We are talking about freedom and vibing in that Friday feeling, and how it's such a shame that people work for the weekend, so they basically wish away their entire life for this perception of freedom. And I feel like whenever my thing was kind of like, no matter how you define freedom, in my opinion, when you free your mind, right, the rest will follow. And a lot of us never feel free because we don't know how to define the word. Can anybody tell me in the comments? I would love to hear from y'all today. Like, I like Wake and Make to be a back and forth, right? So if anybody can tell me in the comments, tell me how you define freedom. What is your definition of freedom, right? Like, how do you define it? I think I'm very much someone who's like, live and let live, right? If you don't hurt me, I don't hurt you, and you live your life the way that you want to live it. But again, we all have our own definition. We all have our own perception of what that word really means. And I would love to hear your take on freedom. So as you start leaving those comments, I'm going to give you all a second. This is Wake and Bake morning, so we're awake, and now it's time to do a little baking. And you can't bake on live. You can't bake when your bowl's empty either. You can't do it with your bowl being empty. And I cleaned my bowl yesterday, and so it's nice and clean. Let me do this. I don't want to be off the camera while I'd love to hear though what y'all think. I'm packing my bowl. I would love to hear what your definition of freedom is. Free to choose your path. Yes, I love that. The freedom of choice, right? Freedom of choice. And for me, I think that's a good thing, right? Free to choose your path. So for Heather, I think how I'm taking this is that she's saying that whatever she chooses, she has the freedom. Sorry, I don't want to keep clicking it. Her idea of freedom is being able to make the decision on which way she wants to go, right? Left or right? Which way do you want to go? But how does that's kind of like what you're free to choose. But I want you to really, truly think about what freedom looks like to you, right? Let's change that up maybe a little bit, right? Just describe that Friday feeling, that Friday freedom feeling. So let me kind of think of a way to kind of put into words the consequences are. I love that. So freedom, and you understand that with freedom, that means that the consequences are yours and yours alone. And I love that. For me, it's kind of the freedom. Freedom means to me, right? Freedom means to me that I am not being dictated to by person, place, or thing, right? That I am not being dictated to like when to be somewhere. Like I have the freedom to come and go as I please. Like the freedom of making my schedule. And that is the free time piece for me, right? That is something that matters to me. The last, and this is kind of probably why, I think sometimes things arise out of trauma, maybe. I don't know if it's a trauma, but we'll talk about it. So the last job that I had where I punched a clock, literally punched a clock. So I grew up, and my parents were entrepreneurs. So I grew up very much where my schedule, I kind of dictated my schedule. I had and I always had things to do. like sports and clubs and athletics. You know, I had things that I needed to be, but I chose those things. Exactly, Telly, exactly. Does anyone really know what true freedom is? And that's the thing. That's what I'm getting at. And I think y'all are getting it, right? And freedom to me is being able to choose when, where, and how. Exactly, Heather. When, where, and how. I love it. And that's the thing, right? It's more of an individual, and that's what I was going for. And I love that, Heather. That's exactly it. Freedom to Heather. And freedom to me is being able to dictate. It's not saying that I don't have things to do, that I don't have obligations, but the obligations, right, are of my choosing. That no one is going to guilt me into or pressure me into or tell me that, you know, I'm going to be in trouble or be having to feel some kind of way with a clock calendar, right? And I love that. So Heather says freedom is being able to choose when, where, and how. And Telly, you're exactly right. Does anyone really know what freedom truly is, right? And that's the thing. Everybody knows what it is to them. But I can't tell you what freedom looks like to Telly. I can't tell you what freedom looks like to Heather. Now, I know that she says being able to choose when, where, and how, but what she chooses and the things that she puts as a priority for her freedom is going to be a lot different than things that maybe I would put as a priority for my freedom, right? So that's what I'm getting at, right? It's very much an individual thing. So we tend, you know, I've gone through and I was working for somebody else. And growing up, I didn't have to kind of punch a clock. And then I went to work for a company. And, you know, you have to be here from here to here. And you have to go to the bathroom here and here. And the last job that I had for somebody, when I tell y'all, it was pulling out. Does anybody watch Harry Potter? Can I get some thumbs up, some hearts if you've watched the Harry Potter movies and you know what a Dementor is? You know, like in the Harry Potter, when like Sirius Black comes to like into the movies, I think it's like the Prisoner of Azkaban's when he shows up. I think that's the one, right? When the Dementors are like pulling out the souls, like they're taking all of the joy out of the world, and you feel alone, and everything starts freezing over. That is what that job felt like to me. That place, that last job I had I worked for a company that was a Medicare and Medicaid MCO, which is a managed care organization, and I was a provider services specialist for Medicaid. So I was on the phone with billers and doctors' offices about why Medicaid did or didn't pay medical bills. So, and the company was jacked up from the floor to the top. I was like, we're getting these edits and we're like not paying millions of dollars in bills. And I'm like, yo, and they're like ignoring me. And it was like, I'm on a phone all day long. And if I literally was away from my phone, one day I had a really bad stomach situation. I was working from home and we have little codes when we're in and out of our phone. So the code was to the bathroom. And I had a stomach bug. And y'all know what the stomach bug sounds like, right? You in the bathroom a lot. And I was in the bathroom and I had been off my phone for maybe 5 minutes, you know, going to the bathroom back and forth. So around lunchtime, I get a phone call in the bathroom on my cell phone. And I was like, why is my work calling my cell phone? I answered my cell phone and it was one of my managers who was asking me what was going on. Why was I away from my phone? I was like, the code tells you why I'm away from my phone, right? So the code tells you why I'm away from my phone. And he was like, I need to know why you've been in the bathroom all day. I was like, because I've got the shits. And I don't, as 45, 46-year-old woman, I didn't, at that moment, it was like, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I don't know how to explain it other than, look here, you 25-year-old mother, right? Do not question me. I work my ever loving my ass off, literally. Like, and I said, I tried to call this morning and I told my supervisor that I did not feel well and that I could be in the office. I don't want to use a sick day today, but I was going to be away from my phone probably more than because I'd been sick all night and I was going to be in the bathroom a ton today. And I could either use a PTO day, or she said, don't worry about it. We need that. We need you on the phones as much as you can be on the phones. So the fact that they took it up, like to question the fact, you know what I mean? Like, it was just one of those things where I am not going to ask permission to take a shit at 45 years old. I am not going to explain why my phone is on make busy away bathroom often during the day. And I said to them, I'm like, you know what? I was like, I don't know how much longer I can do this. I don't know how much longer I can do this. And I thought about it. And I thought about the weight of one versus the other. Now, situations, and I had some health situations that caused me to go out on some leave because of some, surgery and stuff like that. But once I got away from it and I realized that lack of freedom was absolutely killing me slowly, and not so softly, right? It was killing me because I felt like I was trapped, right? And these companies, and I am not telling anybody, right? I'm not telling anybody. If you need your corporate job, if you need that, and you're like, oh, it sounds great to be entrepreneurial and to have the freedom. So number one, the first thing I'm going to tell you is this. You have to define freedom for yourself, but you also have to gain your freedom, right? Freedom I gain all the way from power is priceless. Yeah, but that's a personal decision and a personal way in which you do that, right? I am in no stretch of the imagination telling people to just say I'm done and walk away, right? I am telling you that if you're done and you need to walk away, that you can go into it with a clear mind and make things happen, right? You can go in and you can escape that lack of freedom. You can escape that. It's escapable. I never believed it was escapable. Did I have to sacrifice things to have the freedom? I did, right? And I tell y'all that all the time. Sometimes opportunity looks like work and people don't want to do it. The opportunity not to work for somebody else, 100% came with consequences. 100% came with consequences. I don't have paid time off. If I don't work, I don't get paid. I do not have company health insurance, right? Not everyone can, but we still need to live in our own power instead of someone else's. 1,000,000%, right? Here's the thing. Not everyone can. Everyone can. Not everyone is willing to. Everyone 100% could, if it was what they wanted, right? If it's truly what you want, you can 100% do it, but you have to go into it open-minded. You have to go into it with the understanding that just because you walk away from something does not mean that. And here's the thing, like for me, it was like, I don't have health insurance when I walk away from this job. Like, I'm going to lose my employee-sponsored health benefits. I know that. I know that I have an autoimmune disease. I know that I need, some things. Number one, what I did was I found ways to, my sickness got better because I wasn't sick from having that job, right? So they give you health insurance to be able to like keep yourself healthy enough to continue to do the work for them, but you don't get better, right? That job keeps you sick sometimes. And then I offset it. I looked at it. I was like, okay, what is it going to cost me out of pocket? I looked at what I paid monthly from my company health insurance. I still had to pay for that, right? We all have to still pay for that insurance. And I figured out what I was spending out of pocket and all the things. And it was cheaper. It was cheaper for me to pay as an out of pocket for when I went to the doctor, right? Now, major medical, we're going to knock on all the things. We don't need that right now, right? But I looked at it and just my maintenance, it was cheaper for me to pay out of pocket. It was cheaper for me to pay out of pocket than it was to stress over that. And I knew that, yeah, it's great to have health insurance today, but this job is going to kill me slowly. This job is killing me slowly, and I'm going to not have any life to enjoy. Why am I working to have health insurance, right? Like, why am I working to stay sick is what I felt like I was doing. And, when they wanted me to explain to them why I was in the bathroom, I'm like, I'm not doing that. I am not. I refuse to do that. And here's the thing, it's not about not working hard. I work way, way, way more. I work way, way, way harder for myself than I ever. I can't even, I know what I gave to employers, and I give myself 20. I didn't think I had anything more to give, but I do. And I did. And I'm going to encourage you, right? I'm going to encourage you today, right? Today we talked about what is your vibe. Your vibe might not be freedom today. Your vibe might just be a woosah moment, right? I'm going to encourage you to think about this, right? Yes, it's a huge step. Just walking away is not enough. You need to your own decision and make adjustments, lifestyle included. I found the money was not my motivation like I thought it was. It's because, Heather, they condition us to be addicted to the money, right? They condition us to think that the money is there. Here's what helped me. The job that I left before this last one, the insurance, working for a big like property and casualty insurance company, like doing homeowners liability and automobile liability and things like that. That paid like tremendously more than this last job I had. This last job I had, like, it helped me understand, and I needed this step down, right? That first step down from like my power job to like this bullshit job, it was a way to show me that money was never going to be an issue. I don't chase money. Money is going to find its way there. All of my needs are met, right? The universe everything is met. I know that I work hard, and I know that I'm never going to want for things. Now, do I have 6 beach houses? No. Right? Do I have disposable money to wipe my butt with? I do not. But I don't think that I need that, right? I think that people who have that kind of like this exorbitant amount of wealth, I feel like they're kind of the problem in the world, right? Because collecting things is not part of who I am. I would like to collect good deeds. I would like to collect charitable. The only reason I would like to have that kind of money, that kind of just like wipe my ass money, I will have what I want. Exactly. I will have what I want. The reason that I work so hard to have more is because I want to be able to give more. And with my charitable ideals in mind, I have to make money to be able to pay myself, and then to be able to do all the things I want to do from making the world a better place. And that's my drive. And that's why I was like, I don't have a problem. Freedom to me means something so much different. It's freedom to be able to give, right? The freedom to be able to give my time, to give my talent, and to give my money to things that matter to me. And that's what's important to me. Like, that's what freedom means to me. It may not be freedom of time, may not be that all day long I'm a lady of leisure and can go play bunco and can go, be a lady that lunches 3 days a week or just has an open schedule. That is not freedom of time to me. Freedom of time means that I can go out and spend a Saturday cleaning up the Appomattox River, or, helping the SPCA, or doing a food drive or a donation or whatever, that, or taking a hike through the woods and seeing, coming live and doing a talk to someone who might need a little lift that day. So for me, that's what freedom of time looks like. The time and the ability to be able to put my efforts into creativity and into service and into my family. And so that's my freedom of time. Financial freedom, again, it is not about being able to jump on my private jet and hop over to the West Coast to like go gallivanting, or to head down to the Caribbean to, surf or whatever. That sounds amazing, right? But to me, it's about being able to have the financial freedom to help organizations that matter to me without it putting a burden on my financial situation. It's being able to invest in my business for a specific strain or trimmings to be able to make sativa butters for you all that is going to help this client with XYZ. Like whenever y'all come to me with individual concerns, when you come to me, and that's what the Love Spell cookies were born out of, was a lot of people were struggling with self-love, right? I saw a lot of things about I need to change, I need to put myself first. I know that self-care is not selfish. I know that self-love is not selfish. I know that it's needed, it's required, it's important, but they were struggling with being able um to really look inward and start, loving themselves. So the cookies were born out of that, and being able to have the money sitting there to invest in the right product, to create the right, sweet treat or elevated edible that's going to help the most people in the group, right? So, speaking of freedom of things, right? So, I would love for y'all to go today and post your gift. And that was my little man today, my little like virtual vibe sesh, right? My virtual vibe sesh was good morning, was, the little old guy kind of just like dancing to the beat of his own drum and not caring who was looking, dancing like no one was watching. And speaking of dancing like no one was watching, that is what I hope y'all will do today. I hope that you will, with that Friday feeling, right? That Friday feeling. And I love to have a Friday feeling on a Wednesday. And when I have it on a Wednesday, I'll tell my husband, like, I got a hair up my ass. This is what I'll tell him. I don't know where that saying comes from, but I got a wild hair today. Like I'm in a vibing mood. Like I'll listen to my music all day and he'll come home and the house will have smell like some good candles and some some cannabis and have some good tunes playing. But with that freedom, I don't want you to wish away your entire life looking for that weekend freedom, right? Freedom is a state of mind. Freedom is an everyday feeling. It does not have to be just a Friday feel good feeling. It could be a Monday feel good feeling. I mean, we kind of assign these duties, kind of like we're conditioned to believe that we have to do 8 to 5 and this and that and all the things. We do the same thing with even our like fun, right? Fun is like the weekend. Fun. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. And thank your friend for helping get the girl pulled out. Yesterday was a little bit of a cluster, y'all. I had people coming all day, and then we had some rain, and so it's been kind of mushy over here. And one of the girls stopping by to get her stuff had gotten stuck. I had no vehicle to help pull her out. Luckily, Melanie's boyfriend and his friend pulled up in a bigger vehicle, and they were able to pull it right out and get her out. So I appreciate that so much. And it's always, won't he do it, right? All in divine time. So I want to say thank you. And they were all gone before I could say thank you. I had people just in and out all day yesterday. So I'm very, very, very grateful for that. But, that is what I'm talking about today, right? Not having to wish away your entire life for a weekend vibe. I want you to be in a state of mind, in a mindset where you're enjoying your life, whether it's a Monday, right? A manic Monday. And I like this, let's like reevaluate these things like feel good Friday and Friday feeling Friday and Sunday fun day and self-care Saturday. What about like, let's get like a tips Tuesday and a motivational, and let's not wait to be able to enjoy ourselves or to drop our shoulders from our ears or to exhale. Let's don't save that. Don't save that for the weekend, right? Don't save that for the weekend. Don't give all of that power to the weekend, right? Reclaim that power, reclaim that freedom of the exhale do it every day. Take a moment every day to have that feel good Friday feeling, right? Carve out some time, even if it can't be all day. Because here's the thing, these are good things to practice doing. Now, I say this, and there are days when I am that person, like it's been a Monday, like, oh, is it Wednesday? It's like, it really needs to be a hump day. It feels like it's, this is the third Monday in a row. I get it, right? And I get it as I put on more of my CBD muscle rub because my body hurts sometimes. And we get caught up in that, right? We can get caught in that stinking thinking, that grudge loop, that misery loves company place, right? It's so easy to be there. And we start doing it on Sundays. We start getting back into that crazy week during the week mindset. We start getting upset on Sundays, right? About 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. Usually about 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, things are winding down. And it's like you have to start thinking about the work week, right? Just don't live to get to the week. Exactly. Don't just live to get to the weekend. Live your life in a way that you make every day count, right? And again, it's defining what that looks like to you. What are some things that are important to you? What are some things you can carve out and put into the rotation of your put into puff puff pass, right? What can you put into the rotation of your life that's going to take you away from wishing it away? What is I had to take my rings off because I had to massage my hands. Yeah, my hands get all swole up through here. All these knuckles get all big and poofy, and um, it sucks. But what you need to do is take the deep breath. And what I do is I say, just for today, just for this moment, right? Just for this moment, I'm going to stop and smell the roses. I'm going to take 10 minutes in the middle of this chaos. And I'm going to tell y'all, this is something that I've been practicing and been doing, and I'm going to encourage you to do it in the midst of chaos, in the midst of when everything feels like it's too much, right? We talked about the other day about getting inside of that giant snowball, right? It starts rolling down the hill when life starts wrapping you up and you get caught in the snowball. And it's easier to like bust your way out of it at the top of the hill versus whenever that snow is kind of compounded at the bottom. So what I have been doing, like the other day, this is an example. When I was doing all of the whoopie pies, the cookies with the icing and all the things, right? There was a lot of stuff going on. There was a lot of stuff going on. Hang on, y'all. I'm going to put y'all on. Hello? Hey. Sorry, y'all. That was my husband. Our power bill came in and it was really high. So I was going to be owes a little bit of extra money to the house this month because apparently the oven going 6 to 8 hours a day made the power bill over $500. So, right, you take the deep breath in. Maybe I should not have taken that Friday feeling in the middle of baking the other day, which is a story I was just getting ready to tell about how I just like stepped outside for about 15, 20 minutes, stepped away from it because I needed to regroup that Friday feeling. And as I was going to tell that story, he calls to complain about the power bill. And I answered the phone. He's like, "You have been baking a whole lot." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" But it is what it is. That's why we need to get this commercial kitchen up and running, so I can pull it outside of my house so I can really keep a track of which is which. Oh, I love it. Yeah, so I was talking about how you start doing that in the middle of Sunday. Sorry about that. And it's all about just stopping. And I tell people, like, you are ruining your entire Sunday worrying about Monday. When people do that, right? When people start about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon going, "Oh, I can't believe, where did the weekend go? Where did all the weekend go?" Right? What happened to the weekend? I can't believe tomorrow's almost Monday. I'm like, you are ruining all of your Sunday stressing over tomorrow, right? Every day, get up and be thankful for that day. Just for today, I'm going to, right? Just for today. And when you approach life in a just for today kind of way, right? When you can approach your life in a just for today kind of way, all will be well. All will be in divine time, right? Because you're taking it like today is going to be, this is what today is. And it's kind of like when you have kids and like you have to love each kid for its individual things. Love each day for its individual things that it brings, right? I love a Monday. I love a Monday because Mondays are like a fresh new start. And usually Mondays are the day that I have no problem eating the best, right? I have got like nothing has gone wrong in the week yet on Monday because it's a brand new week. I love to see what the week holds, right? Um, so I love it. I love a good Monday. Like Mondays don't bother me in the least little bit. I love a Monday. And some people hate them. I'm not afraid of a Monday. Like Monday's a reset. It's a good strong day. I get lots of motivation done on Monday. I got lots of meetings and things that I can get done on Mondays. Mondays don't bother me, right? But it's just the relationship that you have with with your life and with freedom as a whole. Now, on that note, today's Wake and Bake was sponsored by Virginia 420 Festival, right? So I am going to be giving away some tickets to the Virginia 420 Fest. I have not gotten them in hand yet, and I want to get some more details. What I can tell you is this. Number one, there's going to be limited tickets. They're going to be $25. Yeah, so hers was unusually high this time too, which is super odd to us because we had no service for a little bit. We had some power outages this month too, but it was over $500, which our power bill never is, right? So we are going to be giving away some tickets to the Virginia 420 Fest. The tickets are going to be $25 a person. There will be a VIP experience. They have asked me to come and to be a vendor and have an hour where I'm doing like a class on edibles. It's going to be on the Wednesday on 420. I am going to get some more details and get some graphics and have them put some stuff up. And I'm going to do a little contest to give away some tickets. So make sure that you let your friends know if they're interested in going. Just be tuned in. I will drop some contest details today. So be on the lookout for that. Then everybody who's on here today will get an extra entry into the ticket drawing if you're local. If not, I don't want to, I'll give you something else if you're not able to use the tickets. But we just want to say, I'm excited about this. It is exciting. It is exciting. I was approached by the organizers of that event to see if I would help advertise the event. They would give me some tickets to give away for all of you. They want y'all to be, part of the, it's going to be in the Bedford area up near Lynchburg. I don't know exactly where yet. It is a private 420 festival event. There's going to be education and cornhole and live bands and food vendors and all the things. So if you're interested in more details on that, let me know. It will be a 21 and up event, I'm sure, because it is a 420 friendly event. And I will have more details on that. But I don't have tons of details. I'm going to talk. I didn't really do a whole lot of advertising today because I have not talked to them in detail about exactly what they're doing. And I want to make sure, you know how I am. Y'all know how I am. I am aligned. Yeah, Heather, I can get that. This is something local. It would not be something that you would want to drive up from where you are for this anyhow. These events are going to be all over the East Coast, especially in 420 legal states. 420, even if it's not legal, they're usually everywhere. But this is a first time right here. Give me the info when you can. I will. I'm going to post it in the group. I'm going to get some graphics done. and get that posted up for them. And then we will do probably our first ticket drawing on Monday for Wake and Bake. And I am going to, if y'all are cool with it, I think it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we're going to do Wake and Bake. And so that will be our new live schedule for Wake and Bakes. I do like the Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So go out today and, enjoy the Friday feeling, right? But don't give up on that feel good Friday feeling every day of the week, year round, all the time. And don't forget that when you need that little 420, look, see, it came out like I wanted it to. That feel good feeling, right? Sounds great. I love the Wake and Bake mornings. I do too. When you need that feeling, sometimes, just to stop and regroup, grab your gummy, right? Grab your caramel, grab your bowl, whatever it may be, right? That's a pattern interrupts. When you're falling into that stinking thinking or that loop of like, oh, the day is awful. Oh, I can't wait for Friday. I want you to stop and I want you to go find that feeling, right? And I want you to go just take the deep breath. And sometimes the deep breath for me is like that's breath work for me sometimes. Inhale, exhale. And I want to tell you, unlike ex-President Clinton, I do inhale. So I'm going to encourage you that if you need to find that Friday feel good feeling on a Tuesday, go ahead and take that good inhale and that good exhale. Or you can also take that little nibble, give it a few minutes and chill out. Speaking of nibbles and all the things we have left for Valentine's Day that are available to take this weekend, grab and goes, are going to be Rice Krispie treats. I've got 1 pack of those left. Andy's mint brownie bites. I've got a couple 3 packs of those left. The citrus cookie trios. I've got some of those left. And that is what I have left for Valentine's Day. And I have 1 of a 9 pack of the chocolate covered strawberries. They are $75. They are absolutely gorgeous. There are 3 different types. There's going to be one with like pink sprinkles. There's one with like coconut that looks like green nuggets. And then there's just plain chocolate. So on that note, have a wonderful day. As always, peace, love, and feast, and stay elevated. Thank y'all and have a great day.